So I'm gonna tell a little story about my dad. So it's kind of a scare for him, and it's a scar for me because it changed my opinion of him for the rest of my life. So anyway, my mom told me this story about my dad growing up, and it's been passed on through campfires and family dinners and whatnot. So I'm from Oregon, and there's this corridor in Oregon going from Portland, the city, to the beach, and it's nothing but very thick woods all the way up until the road. No gas stations, no restaurants, no nothing, just darkness and trees. And it's called the Van Duzer corridor. And so my mom, back before I was born, told my dad that it was called the Van Duzer corridor because of a serial killer that had broken out of an insane asylum that was in the area, and he was still out there in the woods somewhere. And what he would do, people would break down on the side of the road, and he would come up and drag them out of the car, and for some reason that she thought was creative, would hang them from their toes in the trees and kill them. And my dad must have been crazy gullible because he believed every word of this. He honestly thought there was a serial killer out there in the woods. And one day they were taking a trip to the beach, and it was kind of getting towards the end of the day. And she started to fake that the car was dying a little bit, and she kind of acted like it was breaking or running out of gas or something. And so my dad starts freaking out. She's like, "Oh my God, the Van Duzer, he's gonna get us." And he's panicking at a level that maybe you shouldn't panic at. You should probably take into action and fix the car. But she actually got to the point where she stalled on the side of the road, and he was just in full-blown panic at this point, screaming and begging her to keep going, begging her not to get out of the car. And she finally decided to let up and pretend that the car got started again, but she never did tell him the truth. To this day, he still believes that there was a serial killer out there in the woods. And I don't have a great relationship with my dad, but I couldn't help myself when I was on a road trip one day, and I saw a winery that was Van Duzer Winery, and I had to send him a bottle, of course, just for me. But yes, still believes it to this day, so thank you, folks.